Anybody else? Come on up, Terry.
No, Danny, I don't think it's a secret what the problem is.
Right.
It's the
not.
tax
We're
issue
willing to talk about
with
anything.
luminant, yeah.
Right.
And I, instead of, I mean, I could stand up there all day
Right.
and talk about this deal. But, I wanna know what you guys are learning about maybe the end, if there's gonna be an end on the tax issue with luminant as of right now.
Where we stand right now.
I think that we do that before we go any further.
And if any of these folks want to jump in and help me out here, Terry, where we're at is, you know, we're in the appeal process, which they lost. They lost in bankruptcy court in October of last year. They lost in district court here in February. They had their final ruling on May. Luminant has lost every time they went to court, but they've chose to appeal. That may wind up in Waco. I know it'll wind up in Waco, but that can take 12 to 18 months before we have the outcome. They paid 50% of their taxes this year. They owed us roughly between 8 and 9 million. They paid a little over 4 million. Is that correct? So obviously you can see we started out this year as a deficit. I'm told they're gearing up to sue us again for 2016. There will be a meeting tomorrow of West Rowland, the appraisal district, and lawyers with some luminant folks to see what can be done, if there's anything that can be done. It's not that Somervell County has not been willing to try to work. It's just they have chose to exhaust all their legal ramifications before they take another route. And I hate to, I'm not trying to point fingers at any one group or be disrespectful to any one group, but you know, they're crippling the hospital, they're crippling the county. I'm sure it's a goal. We'll see. We'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll see what happens. And Terry, I'm not trying to beat around the bush. That's just all we know.
No. That I just thought, you know, if anybody's in here that doesn't know why all this is going on today and what that number 5 item is, that is a big reason for it.
I'm told, but still have an ARB hearing on the 14th, I believe it is, at 1 p.m., that, you know, they rendered about 1.5 billion last year, and they chose to pay on about 960 million. Now, they lost in court the 2.2 billion plus fuel, which is about 236 billion, okay? 2.36 billion. So I understand this year, none of this is in concrete yet, but they're probably going to render on about 25% of what they paid on last year. So that tells you that their goal may be to come in under 300 million or so for this year, when they lost in court at 2.2 billion. So it doesn't make sense, and I'm not trying to ramble. I'm trying to make it as open as I possibly can.
Yeah, and I didn't expect you to know the answer.
Yeah, there's been
I
lots
just
of
wondered if there
discussion.
was an end in sight.
No. Now, if they do have the option to appeal to the Supreme Court of Texas, if they were to lose in Waco, in the last 15 years, the Supreme Court has only heard no cases on valuation. They have heard property cases, but not to do with valuation of the property, okay? They have rejected anything that comes to them on valuation. So our hope is if they do lose the appeal in Waco and they go to the Supreme Court, that it gets rejected and it never gets heard by the Supreme Court. So what this court could be looking at is they get their taxes in 2018 for 2015, and they get their taxes in 2019 for 2016. So what we do up until that point is we live off what we do get, plus what we do have in reserve, plus the, you know, we have about roughly 600 million on the books, other real property. You know, folks like yourselves that pay taxes, plus businesses above and beyond the power plant. So whatever, but you know, 600 million, when you divide that by 100 times your tax rate, doesn't give you a whole lot when you're used to working off 9, 10 million in your budget. And sir, to address a couple of items that you mentioned, Terry well knows. In 2014, we had some meetings trying to go different directions to see maybe if we could do, like what you were talking about, different things, manage different things. 2015, we had another meeting, brought a group together, Mike Daniels, Terry Starnes, I think Kelly, me, myself, Frank, the auditor, I believe you were there, trying to discuss back in 2015, different avenues, different income, places to go. This year, I've met with the city, talked to city council, the mayor, the city administrator, exactly what you said, to see maybe if the city would be involved in doing some type of convention center along with the arena to try to keep everything on board. That helps the school. That helps the school with their prom. That helps the school with their
4-H.
youth, their youth fair, 4-H, things like that. And I know this. I've heard it said many times. I want the Expo closed. That's not true. No matter what this group thinks, I think it's a great place. I think it is an excellent location. I think it needs to be utilized. But right now, I don't think Somervell County needs to be paying for it. I never really thought Somervell County should be paying for it. We lost money for 23 years there. But this is personal opinion, guys. I'm not speaking for the court. This is my personal opinion. It's a great place, needs to be utilized. It's just not currently how it's being funded. Anybody else?